You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world listening to the sound of my voice. It is indeed a great day here in Gwinnett County and in the United States. Joe Biden has just been announced the 46th president-elect of the United States of America. And Lord, I was like, this has been so stressful for a lot of people. I think you guys heard me on Wednesday when I was like, I give up. Like my hope was like almost gone because I felt like so much damage had been done that intelligent people would have said, yes, we're going to vote for this guy because he's going to heal America. He's going to bring us back together again. He's going to make us one America versus America undivided versus America that is divided. And that's not what happened. And when I tell y'all, I had flashbacks of 2016. I was like, you know what? I have no hope. Like, I just really felt like, oh, my God, this is going to be a mess again. And so just to find out today that Pennsylvania came back and said, nah, we got you, Joe Biden. We want this. We want the United States to be united again. We want the United States to be one America again. And so they came out to the polls and they showed their support. Now I'm excited because Georgia, they said Georgia has been a deep red state for the last 24 years. And so Georgia they're still counting the votes here in Georgia, and I think they're still counting Gwinnett County. But that just goes to show that we want to be united as one country again. And I think that's amazing. And so even though it has taken a long time because so many people cast their votes, I mean, so many, we have made history as voters in America because of this election, and people came out to cast their votes and to show their support and to say, you know what, enough is enough. It's time for us to heal. It's time for us to be one America again. I know today is Saturday, y'all, and I know you don't normally hear from me over the weekend, but I had to come here and say now it's time for us to heal because that's where we are. I was sitting here and I was thinking about something. I was thinking about the kids, the young kids who got stripped away from their parents and locked up in cages, and they had like the cellophane paper that they were sleeping under in those camps that they have on the border. I'm so glad that those kids will be reunited with their families. I can't imagine. It chokes me up every time I think about it. I can't imagine somebody taking my daughter or my granddaughter and putting them in a cage and I can't get to them. I can't even imagine what that feels like. And when you think about things like that, you ask yourself, how could someone vote for somebody who would do that? Like, those kids they're innocent. They're babies, a lot of them. And you have stripped them away from their parents and their families, and they're alone, and they're sitting inside of cages, and they can't treat it like animals. Oh my God, it's just those type of things that make me so happy that we have new leadership, those type of things. Also, worried about people who have pre-existing health conditions. They may not have insurance. I have a pre-existing health condition. Yes, I work very hard to get it under control, and I will continuously do so. But there are some people who cannot get a pre-existing health condition under control because they had cancer, like my mom. They had diabetes like my uncles. I have two. There are some people who would never get those conditions under control because they're uncontrollable. And so those are pre-existing conditions. There are people who have had the freaking COVID-19 virus who the lungs have been scarred. They'll never get that under control. So those are people with pre-existing conditions. But what I find pretty crazy is this. And I heard a political guy say this last night, and he said, the reason why so many people who voted for Trump, it wasn't even because they believe in what he's doing. It's because they don't want to see anybody else benefit. So they would rather suffer, because that's exactly what they're going to do, most of them, because they're not rich. Like, if they're living in rural, who knows where, 9 times out of 10, they're not rich. But because they would rather be selfish and not see anybody else prosper, they would rather suffer for that. And I think that ain't even sad. That's just straight up crazy. Like, why would you want to suffer to keep anybody else from having? Well, hey, listen, that's your call. Now, here's the thing. Joe Biden has said he would be America. He would be a president for all of America, even the ones that didn't vote for him. That just goes to show you the type of person he is. Listen, I don't hate anybody, but what I do not like is being in a country where we are so divided, where people are afraid to walk out of the house. Let me tell you what I did, and I know this may sound crazy. My nephew is a coach at Mississippi State, Mississippi, right? I texted him early this morning. I said, listen, stay safe. Because he has to go and drive around Mississippi. I was like, Lord have mercy. I wish they were both, all of them was here. You know, I don't know what I could do, but it would just feel a lot more comfortable. I said to him, stay safe and I love you. He texts back, Auntie, I love you too. And you stay safe. Auntie's going to be as safe as she possibly can. When the call came down that Joe Biden had won, guess what I did? I texted my husband who was working, and I texted my daughter who was out with the baby. Say, hey, listen, come on in. He's won. We don't know how people going to react. So y'all need to come on in the house now. So safe. You know what I mean? That's a shame. That is an absolute shame that you have to think like that. But you do. There was a news report I saw this morning. And this is how crazy this is. There was a gentleman, two guys who lived in Virginia. They took off work to drive over to Pennsylvania. I think this was on CNN on their website. They took off work, drove from Virginia to Pennsylvania. They had a whole Hummer full of ballots. Who knows where they got the ballot? Fake ballots. These were fake ballots. They took the time to get a truckload of fake ballots to try to go to Pennsylvania and drop them off. And then they had like guns in the car and live ammo and all this stuff. Somebody told on them. And so the police ran up on them and they arrested them. Now, here's the crazy thing. One of the guys worked for a security company, did bounty work and security and private investigation and private protection. The owner of the company said, he's a good guy. I mean, he's never given me a problem. Well, sir, if your person just called in sick, took a day off to drive over the state line to go drop off some ballots to rig the election, you still think he's a good person? He has a good heart. Where? So that lets me know what kind of company you run. Because if you think that that's a good person, that's not a good person. Like, so he was serious. He's like, he's a good person. Like, no, he's not a good person. That's not a good thing what he just did. That is crazy. Now he's in jail. He and his little friend, some chick was with him. They haven't arrested her yet. They haven't charged her yet. But now you're all going to jail for being just downright evil and stupid. And good for you, because that's just ridiculous. That is just so they got a bail of $750,000. Now, the way the boss sound, he probably gonna go get him out because he probably think along the same lines. You're a good person. He sound like Trump when they did the whole march at that time when he said it was good people on both sides. No. So I just wanted to come in this morning and just I know it's this afternoon. I know it's Saturday, but I just feel like people feel like they have hope right now. I feel like, Joe Biden and Kamala have said, you know what, we're going to unite this country once again and we're going to build back better. Build back better, B3. We're going to build back better. And we got to. But I feel like now we can get the stimulus package for the people who need it. I feel like now we can mend the relationship with our allies around the world. I feel like they probably even feel hopeful, except for Russia and Iran and China. China was like hoping Donald Trump get elected again. They already planning on how they're going to overtake us. Yeah, it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but go online and do your due diligence. You'll see. It's not just me saying it. This is what people are saying. They were hoping because they wanted us to fall. They wanted us to be divided. When you're divided, you're weak. That's why they say divided, united we stand, divided we fall. That's the absolute truth. That's just not some cliche. That's the truth. When you have y'all like sports. There's not one man that can win a game. It takes a team. And you know how? It takes a team that's united together. But when that team is divided and somebody's mad, they got an attitude, the whole team suffer. Well, that's us. That's the United States. We got one person at the top making trouble for everybody else. Everybody else become divided. We fall and everybody else swoop in and take advantage. Not now. Not now. There's a new day. There's a new dawn. Now we can go in there. We can heal. We can build back better. I'm looking forward to all of the great things that's coming down the pike. Listen, I'm going to hold their feet to the fire. Like, I cast my vote. I talked about this on the show. I don't want to hear no excuses. Get the shit done. That's all I'm saying. We got you in there. Now get it done. That's what I'm saying. And I want everybody who voted to say, listen, you said you were going to do these things, then get it done. Don't go in there and spend 4 years like the last president promising stuff that never happened and never will. Don't do it. And I don't believe that's going to be the case, but I'm just saying, I'm going to be very vocal on that. I want to get it done. Get it done. Let's heal. Let's build back better than we were before. I feel like the $6 million man. We're going to make it bigger, better, stronger than we were before. Yeah, and this one last thing. I just got to say this, though, because this is something. So Nevada, Arizona, nowhere near as big as Pennsylvania, nowhere near as many voters as Georgia. It took them forever. But I said to my mom, I said, let me tell you what's going to happen. I said, the minute somebody else call him for calling their votes, then Nevada and Arizona going to jump on board. No lie. Pennsylvania called it first, and then here come Nevada. They could have been called it. I felt like they were intimidated. That's what I said, and I stick by that. I felt like Nevada was intimidated. I felt like Arizona was intimidated. Now, Georgia, they're still counting. I'm right here in Gwinnett County. I see the news. We still counting, for real. I just felt like the other two were intimidated because they could have been called it. But soon after Pennsylvania called, then Nevada called. So, right now he sits with 279 votes, electoral votes, and so he is the winner. And, people are in the street dancing, but the real work now begins. We have to really buckle down and build back. One last thing. I know I said that was my last thing, but this is one last thing for real. Ice Cube and Lil Wayne and some other African Americans who are in high positions, they said, the reason we put our support behind Donald Trump was because we went to try to talk to Joe Biden, and he said, wait till after the election. So because we could not wait, we went with Trump. Now, here's my thought, y'all. Why? I get what you were trying to do. I get it. But my thing is, you're smart people. Why would you think Trump would tell you the truth? Like, that's the part. The man has told 27,000 lies. Like, literally, they counted them. I was like, I have never heard of someone counting the number of lies that a president told. Why would you think that would be the truth? That's all I'm saying. And that's all I have to say on that. So listen, guys, it's Saturday. I'm going to get back to just relaxing, right? You guys stay safe out there. Stay safe and continuously do good. We're about to heal this country. We're about to build back better, bigger than we were before, for real. I know we got some challenges right now. Stay safe. Watch your back, because we got people out there who are just right down. I heard someone say, a reporter on Channel 2, he said what President Trump did was give people permission to be the worst version of themselves. Because there were people who you would have thought was good, decent people until he came in and started just tell them, just be who you are. And it gave a lot of people the opportunity to be the worst version of themselves. And I was like, wow, it's like having money. So to a lot of folks, he was like having money. When you get a lot of money, or somebody get a lot of money, and they say, money only makes you more of who you really are. Yeah, that's what that was like. Like that right there, that permission to get up there and say anything, do anything, just be anything. Yeah, I'm going to be who I really am. And it gave a lot of people who you would have thought was good, decent people the opportunity to be the worst version of themselves and show their true colors. So watch out for all the folks that smile in your face, because their true colors probably have shown somewhere. They want to divide us. They want to hurt us. They want to wreak havoc on this country. They want to be selfish. They don't want to share. They don't want to live happily amongst one another. Listen, hell, you ain't got to like each other. Just respect each other. Right? And then you might want to ask yourself, why do I not like that person? Did they pee on your lawn? Did they put poop on your porch? Why? Or was it just because of their religion, the color of their skin, or the person they decided to love? Ask yourself that. All right, listen, that's all I got for you on Saturday, y'all. I just wanted to get on here and say, let's heal. It's time for us to heal, baby. It's time for us to heal this country. I'll be back again on Monday at 10 o'clock. Stay safe out there. Listen, God willing, I'll be back. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.